everyone, welcome back to Middle Aperture. Today we're doing another tutorial on crochet turbans, and this is a sample here. See it with the lovely pattern in front, and I'm also wearing another sample, a two-tone crochet turban. So we'll get right to the pattern. Today we're using Yeye Extra in apricot or peach. It's either called apricot or peach. We're having our 5.5 aluminium crochet hook, our tapestry needle, our scissors, and our tape roll. So first of all, remove the wrap. We're starting with a slip knot. And after the slip knot is done, we're crocheting 60 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 59, 60 with 2 extra, so that makes it 62. We yarn over and we're doing the half double crochet, and to do the half double crochet we yarn over, skip 2 chains, put our crochet hook in the 3rd chain, yarn over once more, pull through everything, yarn over, put our crochet hook in the chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So that is how we do the half double crochet, and we do the half double crochet all the way through to the end of the chain stitches. Now we're at the end of our chain stitches. And after doing the last one, we'll chain 2 times, turn our work, and continue with the half double crochet on the 2nd row. at the end of the second row, we chain 2 times and move to the third row. We will continue to do this half double crochet on each row until we get to the 17th row. We are doing the row 17 times. So we are starting the 17th row now. As you can see, it's coming together nicely. I would continue as we've been doing with the half double crochet all the way to the end of the row. Now we are finishing the 17th row, and as we finish the 17th row, we will take our measurement. As written earlier in the video, the measurement is to be 24 inches long. See, it's 24 inches long here. Just 24 inches here, and they're supposed to be 8 inches wide. So we'll adjust it to make sure it's staying properly, and it is 8 inches wide. Okay, and now we can fold. We're going to fold it this way into equal halves. As you can see with the other turban, this is the inside, the inner part was folded and sewn in a L shape, which allows it to come out as this beautiful turban. Allows it to come out as this beautiful turban. So we're going to join it with our tapestry needle, and before we join it with our tapestry needle, we would pull out our yarn that we would use for joining the turban. Pull out a bit of the length of the yarn, enough to sew at once, and then you snip with your scissors. Put the remaining yarn away. Put the end you snipped through the loop, the last loop, and then pull it tight to close it up. Now we'll thread our tapestry needle and allow the loose end to get close to we allow the loose end not get close to the work, and then now we're sewing. So take a look, we're putting our tapestry needle at the very end we just finished of row 17. I'll pull it tight. We pass it over and resew to make sure the yarn closes up the end. From here, we're going to put in our needle once more, pull it out through the other side, and count 2 rows. 1, 2. Would also count 2 rows on this side and pass the needle through it. We'll be passing our needle through every 2 rows. 1, 2. Pass our needle here. 1, 2. Pass our needle here. And we'll do this till we get to the end of the short side of the turban. Make sure you pass the needle through every 2 rows to give it the pattern. When I get to the last end, we'll see it's only 1 row left, and we'll join at that point as well. When it is joined, tug gently to give it a gathered look. Tug gently so that you do not pull out the yarn by force and make it cut. Then we would make sure our yarn is doubled by pulling the loose end to be longer than the end we're sewing with. So the loose end here is longer. The loose end here is longer than what we're sewing with, and then we'll pass our needle from the top where we just finished sewing all the way back to the beginning. This is to give it a nice finished look. Pass it all the way back to the beginning and pull through. See, the loose end is now dangling up here. And when we do that, we'll pass our yarn all the way back to where the loose end is and pull it through. Do not pull too tight that the yarn would snap or cut, or pull firmly. Now we will join the long end by stitching together at every half double crochet stitch, by sewing together at every half double crochet stitch. So we're passing our needle at every stitch to join it together. So we're sewing it together all the way to the end. This time around, we're not going to do it as a gather stitch, but as a running stitch. So just hold it together firmly. And we're not going to pull the yarn at the end of this row that we're joining together. Now we're at the end. Remember, we're not pulling it together as a gather stitch, and then we'll pass our tapestry needle to the very end, and there's no more place to join here. We'll just make sure there's no space between and it's pulled firmly, but we're not squeezing this row together. When we do that, after we do that, we'll pass our needle just to the next row and pull firmly, and then pass our needle back to the top of the row and finish up our sewing by rolling the yarn and passing the needle once more with the yarn. Passing the needle once more with the yarn to secure it, and then we snip. After we snip the yarn and remove the remaining yarn thread from the needle, we'll come back to where we have excess yarn, thread it into the eye of our tapestry needle, and sew it through the work for at intervals for like an inch or half an inch. Oh, it slipped out. This is to secure the yarn and make our work neat. So now we can snip the excess. And you can see it has been joined properly. We turn it back to the right side and we have our turban ready. So this is the initial one we showed at the beginning of the video, and this is the one we just finished.